Earth's impossible masterpieces, natural wonders that defy belief. Our planet holds secrets that challenge everything we think we know about what's possible in nature. Places so surreal they seem painted by cosmic artists. Landscapes so impossible they appear digitally enhanced. Phenomena so extraordinary that cameras struggle to capture what human eyes witness. These are Earth's impossible masterpieces. Natural wonders that exist at the very edge of belief, where geological forces have created sculptures that seem to belong in fantasy worlds. Where chemistry and physics have collaborated to paint landscapes in colors that shouldn't exist. Where time and elements have carved cathedrals that humble human architecture. Today, we invite you to suspend disbelief and witness 12 phenomena that prove our planet is far more creative and mysterious than we ever imagined. These places exist. They are real. They are waiting. If you're ready to witness wonders that will challenge everything you thought possible about our planet, subscribe to Travel Earth Adventures and hit that notification bell. Your support helps us continue exploring the most extraordinary phenomena on Earth. Welcome to Earth's most impossible masterpieces. Fly Geyser, Nevada. Alien sculpture in the desert. In the Nevada desert, where logic comes to die, stands a sculpture that seems beamed down from another planet. Fly Geyser rises like a living creature from the earth, a rainbow-colored alien temple built not by hands, but by accident. Created in 1964 when a geothermal test well went wrong, mineral-rich water has spent 60 years painting this impossible masterpiece. Calcium carbonate deposits stack like cosmic coral, while thermophilic algae paint the structure in greens and reds that shift with seasons and temperature. Steam rises constantly from its crown, carrying whispers of the Earth's molten heart. The geyser grows taller each year, adding new layers to its alien architecture while creating terraces that pool with water the color of liquid jade. This is what happens when human error meets geological artistry, when nature reclaims industrial mistakes and transforms them into wonders that transcend imagination. Giant's Causeway, Ireland, nature's geometric perfection. On Ireland's dramatic coast, where Atlantic storms meet ancient volcanic fury, nature has laid down a pathway fit for legends. 40,000 basalt columns rise from the sea like stepping stones built for giants, each one a perfect hexagon, each angle precisely measured by forces beyond human engineering. Born 60 million years ago when molten lava cooled with mathematical precision, these columns create geometry so perfect that early observers could only explain them through mythology. The Giant's Causeway stretches into the sea like nature's own cathedral, each pillar a testament to volcanic artistry. Waves crash against this geometric coastline, their chaos contrasting with the perfect order of hexagonal stones. Some columns rise 20 meters high, others disappear beneath the tide, creating a landscape that seems carved by supernatural architects working with supernatural tools. Here, mythology and geology merge, creating poetry in stone that has inspired legends for thousands of years. Rainbow Mountains, China, when Earth becomes canvas. In China's remote Gansu province, the Earth has become a painter's canvas on an impossible scale. The Rainbow Mountains rise like geological layer cakes, each stratum painted in colors that seem borrowed from sunset skies: red sandstone, yellow limestone, blue shale, and green mudstone, creating horizontal rainbows carved into mountainsides. "24 million years of geological artistry compressed sediments into rock, then tectonic forces lifted and folded these layers like origami made from stone. Rain and wind became nature's brushes, carving valleys that reveal the Earth's hidden palette. From viewing platforms, visitors witness landscapes that challenge perception. Mountains that seem painted by divine hands using pigments from a cosmic art store. These colors are real, created by iron oxide and other minerals that stained sedimentary layers across millions of years. The Rainbow Mountains prove that our planet has been creating masterpieces long before humans learned to hold brushes. Waitomo Caves, New Zealand, Galaxies underground. Beneath New Zealand's rolling hills lies a universe in miniature. Limestone caverns where thousands of glowworms create galaxies on cathedral ceilings. The Waitomo Caves hold darkness punctured by living stars, underground constellations that pulse with biological light. These glowworms, found nowhere else on Earth, hang silk threads like fishing lines, while their bodies emit blue-green light through bioluminescence. In total darkness, their combined illumination creates the illusion of floating through space, surrounded by stars that breathe and twinkle with life. Limestone formations carved by water over millions of years create chambers that echo with the whisper of underground streams, while above, this living galaxy reflects in still pools like cosmic mirrors. The silence here is profound, broken only by occasional water drops that seem to ring like temple bells. In these caves, visitors don't just observe natural wonder, they become part of it, floating through underground space that feels more mystical than earthly. Lake Hillier, Australia. The pink mirror on Middle Island off Australia's coast lies a phenomenon that makes scientists shake their heads in wonder. Lake Hillier, a body of water so intensely pink it seems filled with liquid cotton candy. This shocking bubblegum pink remains constant whether viewed from above or standing at its shores. The lake's impossible color comes from microscopic algae called Dunaliella salina, which produces carotenoids to survive in the extreme salinity. These organisms paint the water in shades that cameras struggle to capture accurately, a pink so vivid it appears artificially enhanced. Surrounded by eucalyptus forests and white sandy beaches, Lake Hillier creates a visual contradiction that challenges perception. The contrast is surreal. Deep green forest meeting white sand, meeting shocking pink water, meeting azure ocean, like nature's own color-blocking experiment. Standing at its shores, visitors experience cognitive dissonance. Water this color shouldn't exist in nature, yet here it lies, reflecting pink clouds in a pink mirror that defies every expectation about what natural water should look like. Marble Caves, Chile, liquid cathedrals of Patagonia. In the remote reaches of Chilean Patagonia, where few humans venture, lies a cathedral built by waves over thousands of years. The marble caves of General Carrera Lake create blue sanctuaries where light and water perform daily miracles, turning solid rock into liquid architecture. Patagonian waves lapped against marble peninsulas for 6,000 years, carving chambers and tunnels that seem designed by divine architects. The marble's pure white surfaces reflect turquoise glacier-fed waters, creating blue light so intense it seems to glow from within the stone itself. Accessible only by kayak or small boat, these caves change constantly as light moves across the water. Morning brings electric blue illumination, afternoon creates deeper sapphire tones, while evening light turns the caves into chambers of liquid silver and gold. The silence inside these marble cathedrals is profound, broken only by gentle lapping of waves against sculpted walls. Here, water becomes the artist, and marble becomes the canvas for masterpieces that change with every movement of light and liquid. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil, desert oasis impossible. In northeastern Brazil, nature has created a paradox that shouldn't exist. A desert filled with crystal clear lagoons, white sand dunes punctuated by turquoise pools that appear and disappear with the rhythm of rainy seasons. Lençóis Maranhenses National Park spreads across 1,500 square kilometers of white sand dunes that form perfect valleys between their peaks. During Brazil's rainy season, these valleys fill with rainwater, creating thousands of temporary lagoons that turn the desert into an impossible oasis. The sand here isn't typical desert sand. It's pure white quartz that reflects sunlight with blinding intensity while creating perfect beaches around each temporary lake. These lagoons support fish that somehow survive the annual cycle of appearance and disappearance, their eggs dormant in sand during dry months. From above, Lençóis Maranhenses resembles a vast white bedsheet dotted with sapphires, a landscape so surreal that visitors often question whether they're experiencing reality or walking through a fever dream painted in white and blue. Blood Falls, Antarctica, the red mystery of ice. In Antarctica's pristine whiteness, where everything should be frozen and colorless, a glacier weeps red tears. Blood Falls flows from Taylor Glacier like an open wound in the ice, staining white snow with liquid the color of fresh blood. This crimson flow contains no blood. Instead, it carries iron-rich brine from a subglacial lake trapped beneath the glacier for millions of years. When this ancient water meets oxygen and ice, iron oxidizes instantly, creating rust-colored tears that seem to bleed from the glacier's heart. The source of this red water remained a mystery for over a century. Scientists now know it flows from Lake Vita, trapped beneath 400 meters of ice, where microorganisms have survived in complete darkness for 2 million years. These life forms provide clues about how life might exist on other planets. Blood Falls challenges every assumption about Antarctica. This frozen continent holds liquid water, ancient life, and phenomena that paint the ice with colors that seem borrowed from another world entirely. Sailing Stones, Death Valley, the mystery of moving rocks. In Death Valley, where logic goes to die in 120-degree heat, massive boulders perform an impossible dance. The sailing stones of racetrack playa leave perfectly straight trails behind them as they glide across the desert floor, moving when no one is watching, stopping when observed. Some of these stones weigh hundreds of kilograms, yet they slide across the flat desert floor, leaving trails that stretch for hundreds of meters. For decades, their movement remained one of Earth's greatest mysteries. Rocks don't move by themselves, especially not rocks this massive, especially not in perfectly straight lines. Scientists finally solved the puzzle. On rare winter nights, thin sheets of ice form on the playa floor. As morning sun melts this ice, gentle winds push ice sheets that nudge the stones, creating movement so gradual it's invisible to human observation. The sailing stones teach humility. In an age when we think we understand everything, these rocks reminded us that our planet still holds mysteries that require decades of patient observation to solve. Kawah, Ijen, Indonesia, volcano of electric blue flames. On Java's Kawah Ijen volcano, night transforms into electric blue fantasy as flames dance in colors that shouldn't exist in nature. This is the only place on Earth where fire burns blue. Not the blue-white of hot flames, but pure electric blue that seems generated by supernatural forces. These impossible flames emerge from sulfur gases, igniting as they escape from the Earth's interior. Sulfur burns at relatively low temperatures, creating flames that appear electric blue in darkness. Some flames reach heights of 5 meters, creating blue torches that illuminate the crater in otherworldly light. Sulfur miners work in this alien landscape, harvesting yellow sulfur deposits while surrounded by blue fire and toxic gases that would challenge science fiction writers' imagination. Their headlamps create additional points of light in this blue flame galaxy. At sunrise, the blue flames fade but reveal the crater's acid lake, a body of turquoise water so acidic it would dissolve human flesh in minutes. Kawah Ijen proves that our planet can create beauty more extreme and dangerous than any human artist would dare imagine. Fingal's Cave, Scotland, nature's Gothic cathedral. On the uninhabited island of Staffa, off Scotland's coast, the sea has carved a cathedral from solid basalt columns. Fingal's Cave stretches 82 meters into the heart of the island, its arched ceiling supported by hexagonal columns so perfectly formed they appear handcrafted by master stone masons. This natural cathedral was carved by Atlantic waves, working for thousands of years on basalt columns formed by volcanic activity millions of years ago. The result is a Gothic masterpiece where every arch seems deliberately designed, where acoustics rival human-built cathedrals. The cave's natural acoustics inspired Mendelssohn's Hebrides Overture. Its resonant chambers amplify wave sounds into haunting musical compositions that change with tides and storms. Each wave creates different notes as water levels rise and fall within the columnar architecture. Visitors enter by boat through an arched opening that frames views of the Hebridean Sea, while inside, columns disappear into darkness above and below waterline. Fingal's Cave proves that nature's architecture can create spiritual spaces as moving as any human cathedral. Morning Glory Pool, Yellowstone, the Rainbow Eye. In Yellowstone's thermal wilderness, Morning Glory Pool opens like Earth's eye, gazing skyward with colors that span the entire spectrum. Deep blue center surrounded by rings of green, yellow, orange, and red that create a perfect rainbow in circular form. This hot spring reaches temperatures of 160 degrees Fahrenheit at its center, where the deepest blue indicates the highest heat. As water cools toward the edges, different heat-loving bacteria paint concentric rings in progressively cooler colors, creating nature's perfect color wheel. The pool's name comes from its resemblance to morning glory flowers, but no flower achieves this intensity of color saturation. The blue center seems to glow from within, as if lit by underwater spotlights powered by geothermal energy from deep within the earth. Morning Glory Pool demonstrates nature's mastery of color theory, creating perfect gradients from deep blue through the entire spectrum to rich red edges, all painted by microscopic artists who thrive in temperatures that would kill most life on Earth. Conclusion: the impossible made real. These 12 masterpieces exist on the same planet we call home, yet they challenge everything we think we know about what's possible in nature. They remind us that Earth is not just our home, it's our planet's greatest art gallery, where geological forces paint with palettes we're only beginning to understand. From Nevada's alien sculptures to Scotland's natural cathedrals, from Brazil's impossible oases to Antarctica's bleeding glaciers, these phenomena prove that our world operates by creative principles that exceed human imagination, while following scientific laws we're still discovering. Each destination reveals that the impossible isn't impossible. It's simply waiting to be witnessed by those curious enough to seek wonder in the natural world. These places exist right now, continuing to evolve, continuing to surprise, continuing to challenge our assumptions about what our planet can create. Earth's impossible masterpieces invite us to remain curious, to question our assumptions, and to remember that on a planet capable of creating phenomena this extraordinary, anything is possible. Thank you for witnessing Earth's impossible masterpieces with Travel Earth Adventures. Subscribe for more journeys to places that defy belief. And remember, the most incredible wonders are waiting for those who dare to seek them.